Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'll be walking you guys through the process of me making these boho tapestry twilled blanket shorts. So this is not a tutorial, but you can use some of the tips and stuff that I give out throughout the video. But yeah, these shorts were very annoying to work with, one. And yeah, but if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and see you guys in the next one. So this is the blanket that I will be working with today. It's this light blue and white bohemian boho style blanket. I didn't think it was going to be enough fabric, but it actually ended up working out. So yeah, I lay everything down and then I get my sewing pattern. You can get this sewing pattern off my website, linked in the description. I put that down. I always start off with the front side first. I don't know why, but place everything down. Put the washers down. I got these washers off Amazon. I use these as sewing weights, trace everything out, and then I just reverse the image for the front and the back. You want to do this for both sides. So I forgot to put the indicators for the pockets on the short pattern. So I went back and did that. You want to make sure you do not forget this step. I always forget this step. So you want to put this on the shorts and the pocket patterns when you cut them out. Now, after I did that, I cut everything out and I took the two front pieces, put them right sides facing each other, and pinned them along the crotch area. So right now, I just took it to my surgeon, which was a big mistake, and you'll see why. Now, I never actually used this fabric on my surgeon. Like y'all probably already know, I just got my surgeon like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm still learning my surgeon as the days go on and as I use it. But with sewing or surgeon, you want to put a little slit in that curve at the crotch area so it can become a straight line. So you want to do that no matter what. But as I was serging these shorts, I noticed that I made a mistake. I didn't do a test piece of fabric. So they came out very wavy, which means the tension was too high. So I dialed it down to a 3 and then went back and grabbed a scrap piece of fabric and tested it out on that. So when you first start, like y'all notice that I just got my serger, so I'm still learning how to work with it. I pretty much got it down packed. I just know I need to do a test piece of fabric every time I use a new fabric. Now, I never use this twill type of fabric on the serger, so different fabrics use different tensions. So make sure you always do a test piece before you start on anything, working with a serger or a sewing machine. So yeah, I went back, cut off the excess, and then just ended up sewing it on my machine. So yeah, right now I'm doing the pocket for the shorts. So I'm just measuring 6 inches from the waistband and then pinning everything up and clipping everything. Now I wanted to do a adjustable waistband. That's why I'm doing it so far down. So you'll be able to roll it up or down. So right here, I'm just showing you the 2 points that I was telling you about in the beginning that you need to make sure that your pattern have or your fabric have once you mark everything out. Now, I didn't record every step. I thought I was recording every step of me making these pockets, but apparently I didn't. So I will be coming out with a full video on how to do pockets now that I have them pretty much down packed. So yeah, I don't want anyone to really follow this tutorial because I don't want it to confuse anybody because making pockets can be confusing. I'm just be honest with y'all. So I will be making a full video on that since I technically messed up. But right here, I'm just serging the pockets together to get everything all clean, finished, and neat and tidy. So this is what it ended up looking like in the end with a blue accent stitch. So right now you just want to take your back panel and your front panel and you want to put them right sides facing together and you want to pin at the crotch area or clip it together. And you want to sew at a 1/2 inch with a straight stitch. So after that, you just want to make sure that you cut off the excess fabric and you're about to get ready to pin and sew the sides up. So grab the front panel, back panel, make sure they're still right sides facing each other, and you want to just pin along both sides, literally making sure you do not sew up the pocket. Now I have done that so many times, so many times, so many times. So make sure you're being careful. Make sure you're actually seeing and paying attention to what you're clipping down. And yeah, take your time with sewing this part because you can sew the pocket shut. So now that the side seams are done, I move on to the waistband. So I do 1.5 inches of elastic. So I measure out 2 inches for the waistband to give me that seam allowance. Now I start out by doing the main seams first to keep everything neat, even, and aligned. So I do the front seams, the back seams, and the side seams, and then just go all around the shorts, filling in extra pins to make sure nothing moves out of place. Now this is a elastic threader. You want to use this, but you do. I didn't say this. You want to make sure you leave a 2 inch opening for your waistband so you can feed the elastic through. Now this is an elastic threader. You just want to use this to go basically the same thing you would do for a safety pin you would do with this, but I actually find this is more safer than using a safety pin because a safety pin will open and it could cut you. So I would recommend investing in one of these. You can find this on Amazon. So yeah, do that until you get to the end of the shorts, and then you want to just remove that. Line up your elastic. You want to make sure the elastic and the shorts are flat, and make sure that nothing rotated while you were threading it. You want to bring it to your sewing machine, and you want to do a front and a back stitch all along the shorts. I do about 6. So to make sure that nothing comes loose, unravels, or anything like that. So after that, you want to cut off the excess, and you're done with the waistband. Just sew in that hole that you left open. So yeah, I tried on the shorts and I did not like both pockets. Don't know why. I don't know why. So I ended up removing one of the pockets. I actually wanted to try a cargo style pocket, so that's why I removed it. And one of the pockets, just I just didn't like two pockets for some reason. I wanted to go with a different look for these shorts. So yeah, I ended up doing a cargo style pocket just to see how easy it is, and it's very easy. I wanted to keep this hem for the top or the bottom of the pocket. I ended up putting it on top. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So for a measurement for the pocket, I just literally took my phone and measured it, gave it a little seam allowance, and went from there. Cut everything out and placed it on the short, and pretty much that was it. So I lined everything up and pinned it down and sewed it as closest to the edge as I could. Here's a little test fit that I was trying to get on camera but didn't. And then I just clipped off the excess fabric around the pocket, and that was pretty much it. So I did the hem of the shorts off camera. I do have a video on how to do that. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But this is how they ended up looking. I love them, but I knew something was missing. It looked it too plain, and it just looked it too plain to me. So here's me looking at the shorts with a drawstring. I added a drawstring around my waist just to see how it will look if I add them on the shorts, and I ended up liking it. So yeah, I added a drawstring in the end, but I wanted to see how it would look with the fringe actually on the bottom of the shorts. Now, I wasn't going to put this on here. I was just keeping it just to keep the fringe, but I ended up saying, let's see how it will look. So yeah. So when it came to the fringe, I ended up putting it on the outside of the shorts. Now I didn't pin anything down. I just winged it at this point by putting it on the leg and then just sewing it as closest to the edge as possible. And this is how they looked in the end. So I just finished making these shorts. I was going for like a Chanel vintage, like that twill fabric. So I was going for that, but it's giving more like cowboy, and I actually like it kind of better. But for these shorts, I went with an adjustable waistband. You can flip it up because I know a lot of people don't like the shorter look. So I made this waistband that you can like flip up or down to make it shorter or longer. I prefer it like this. I love the way it looks with the rolled up waistband. You can actually just I actually ended up putting drawstrings on it as well. It has a side pocket, and it also has like a cargo style pocket. You could just tie up the waistband, well, the drawstring to your, waist, and then roll it down to give it a more shorter look, or to me, a better look. So it's adjustable. It only comes in one size, the size that you see me wearing. But yeah, if you're interested, it's linked in my bio. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. If you're interested in these shorts, I do have them linked on my website with the fringe and without the fringe. So yeah, it's linked in the description down below. And like I said before, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and more just more videos. So yeah. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.